is our wonderful, awesome guest host, editor-in-chief of Diverse World Fashion Magazine, Mr. Robert Bala. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, we're so excited for you to lend your expertise to this conversation. We're talking about beauty, right?
Beauty,
What
yes.
is beauty? And how do you cultivate inner beauty in an industry that's so heavily concentrated on outer beauty? You know, how does that work? You know?
So what is the, even going into that, what is the world's view or idea of beauty? So let's start there.
Yeah. So essentially when like people think about fashion, people think automatically we're vain people, and it's not necessarily always the case. You know, when we work with models, there are some models we will call specifically because we like the way they work.
Right.
Not necessarily just because they may shoot well, they may be perfect, fitting, whatever, but what it is it's a personal thing. So if someone we liked actually melded well with our photographers, with our stylists, with our people, we would go to them first before we go to anyone, regardless of whether
they have the look.
They're known, as
right.
being beautiful, gorgeous. So when it comes to inner beauty, it has a lot with the people that, you know, are in charge. Like me, for instance, I would go with someone with a much better quality kind of personality because it's good for me to work with, and it's easier for us to just, you know, make something,
right.
make something better than just
the energy on the set is a lot different.
Exactly,
right?
Exactly, yes.
Right.
So when it comes to inner beauty, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I really, you know, sometimes I will go with someone just because I like the way they look, regardless of their inner beauty or, you know, how they represent themselves. But most of the time, I would love working with just better people, you know, when it comes to just their personalities and everything like that. So,
right.
But it's kind of hard to distinguish, you know, inner beauty with outer beauty, especially when it comes to something like that, for sure. But
so is behavior of someone who's showing just bad behavior more acceptable on a person who's beautiful on the outside?
See, me personally, I don't believe in that. Me, like, for instance, one of my biggest kind of metaphors is like Kim K. Like, people love Kim K for some reason.
Who is Kim K?
Kim Kardashian.
Oh,
yeah.
So we all people are throwing in the name.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, you know, like, people, they see her and, like, they're like, wow, she's gorgeous. And I even know some men who were just like, man, I don't even care, like, what she would do. Like, she's pretty, and I'm like,
forget that she's so
that's what,
you know,
relations. But so it is excusable in a sense in the world's idea of fashion.
It depends on the person, though. It's all, to me, like, for instance, I wouldn't do that. It all depends on the person, like, how willing they are to go down, you know? Like, not go, you know, just...
Or sacrifice.
Yeah, sacrifice their principles or morals in order to achieve just something just because it looks good, regardless of what they actually believe in, you know? So, when it comes to that, like, I guess I'm just different in that sense, but definitely it's an epidemic coming, especially here in America.
Would you hire Willie for a fashion shoot? His attitude is horrible.
I love it. I love that jacket, by the way.
Yeah, you know, it's a mixture between velvet and suede, you know.
So, I mean, and plus, she brings up a good point. So, you know, even though I'm fine on the outside, and I might have a bad attitude, where you might have a model who's not so nice looking on the outside.
Really, you gonna go there on national TV?
Not so nice looking on the outside, but may have a pretty good inside. So when you look at that, is there a difference between a model and being beautiful? Are those two different things, or are they the same thing?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Choo!
Been working.
Researching.
Boom.
No, see, like, for instance, a lot of people, when they see models, some models really aren't that gorgeous when it comes to just, like, features or looks, but what we look at is we look at structure. For instance, if I see someone and there's just their symmetry, their structure is just gorgeous, the features of that are gorgeous, not necessarily maybe, you know, her face, or it's just all about features and how that is, like, represented on, like, camera. So beauty necessarily, because I mean, even me, some girl I think is like gorgeous. Some people are like, wow, she's definitely not. You know,
but you're looking at the structure of the body.
Exactly, and I'm looking at, like, how can that be represented on camera, like, in just kind of like an aesthetic way, not necessarily beauty. It's just like, wow.
You know, then that's interesting because, you know, I'm thinking about how the media, let's step aside from the fashion industry, because when I think of fashion, I think of art, right? And art is subjective. Anybody, I mean, just like these pictures on the wall, I mean, I may see something in that as beautiful, and then you may not, or you know. But in media, the way they stereotype beauty, you know, big bosoms, long hair,
petite, you know, long
or voluptuous, right? Exactly. You know,
it comes in different forms.
High definition makeup, all of that stuff.
Right.
You know, so what is? I'm looking at how I think really people are idolizing that type of beauty, that media beauty, you know. And so how do we, you know, how to end that industry? Because people are trying to get into the fashion world in so many different areas.
Yeah.
Right.
And so ratchet, even though you might be beautiful on the outside, you know, you might be a little ratchet on the inside. Excuse your Sunday morning folks get ready for church, you know.
Yeah, but that's the new normal now.
Right.
That's the new look now. You have to be or act a certain way to get seen or be looked at or saying you a celebrity, you know.
Right.
Because even though you may be beautiful, your attitude is horrible, jacked up. But, oh, she cute. So I really stand that people stand by the idea that people excuse poor behavior based on looks. Because if somebody was unattractive and ratchet and ignorant and acting a certain way,
they don't need
they would shut them down completely. They will, you know, go to the total extreme on them. But if somebody's beautiful and says something that's very unattractive, ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
If they turn it into a joke, that's just them. It's okay. So beauty does have weigh a lot on a person's behavior and attitude and perception. And beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And I just want to know who's holding it. Because I just want to know who's holding this beauty. Because some people, the media say it's beautiful. I'm like, they're all right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, honestly, sometimes I'm not even gonna lie. Like in the structures, like I come from New York. Like I work with Hugo Boss and like in corporate.
All it is from New York. Yes. By way of Tampa, Florida. Yes.
Passing through.
No, but yeah, and like even in the corporate structure, like you have these people that what it is they weren't even good looking, but yet we're calling these people ugly or these people, you know, not good looking or, you know, just terrible. Right. But yet the people saying this aren't necessarily good looking themselves. But what it is you have to take it almost as, like you were saying, a piece of art. So some people have that eye for art, and essentially what we're using someone to kind of represent something as an art, and then we're using the clothes to accentuate that piece of art. Yeah. So I mean, and you know, some of these people saying all this, like if you look at some of these designers, I mean, they're not that like good looking, right? No, I mean even being like
the way they dress, I'm like, really? I mean, you put all your energy and creativity on the clothes you design and forget about what you put on?
Yeah, exactly. Like I mean, even me, like I can't even, you know, I have no say, like I don't consider myself that good. I consider myself a handsome person. But you know, even me, like I can't be like, oh yeah, she's ugly, he's ugly, he's not, you know, I just feel like that's not right.
It's just like, not right. It's not right.
But again, as a whole, you have to think of it kind of like a piece of art. So I mean, you know, some people can say that's nice and represents this, and some people just don't know, you know.
Inner beauty, inner beauty to me personally outweighs outer beauty.
Of course, yeah.
I literally can hang out with somebody and somebody can say they're very unattractive, but I'm like, you just don't know that person.
Yeah.
They have I can find beauty in anybody because the smile, the hair, the eyebrows, you know.
Yeah, and I think people do have their priorities mixed up when they're talking about beauty. And we're going to finish this conversation right after this break from our sponsors.
Welcome home. Back to friends, family, and loved ones. You've done your duty for your country. Now, it's time to do your duty for yourself. Chart a new course and achieve honor for you and your family. Start with a top-notch education that will take you to new terrains. Soldier on at Florida A&M University.
Fill your cup with What's in Your Cup, a new talk show airing this fall, Sunday mornings at 7 a.m. on ABC 27. Wake up with Trinika, Portia, and Willie. Information with inspiration and some biblical truth at the heart of it all. That's What's in Your Cup.
I always think about her in the summertime, when it's warm and sunny, and the wind blows across the desert. We loved to just get in the car and drive, imagining we were driving into our future. If she hadn't been texting, would she have seen the other car coming and been able to swerve out of the way? If the other driver hadn't been drinking, would he? Life's a gift. Drive like your life depends on it.
On behalf of the Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University Board of Trustees,
we cordially invite you to attend the inaugural gala of the university's 11th president, Dr. Elmira Mangan.
It will be a night of elegance and entertainment taking place on Friday, October 3rd, 2014 at the Hansel E. Tooks Recreation Center.
Come out and enjoy a historic event to remember. For more information, log on to www.famuinauguration2014.com.
It's a new season at FAMU.
Welcome back, cut lovers. If you missed the first half, we're here with Robert Bala, and we're talking about how to cultivate your inner beauty. Now, Robert, I have a question. During the break, I was thinking about a Sports Illustrated issue that came out in June, where they actually showed curvy women, plus-size models on the front cover.
Oh, that's not
so that brought forth, I bet it is. So that brought forth a question in my mind. The fashion world has such an influence on society and how society sees beauty. How do you, as a fashion mogul, take measures to make sure that beauty is depicted in a positive manner?
With that, when I try to represent fashion, me personally, I try and represent, what I do is I just do what I feel like is something that's cool, and if people can see that and think it is cool, then that's just me being me. But when it comes to representing it like on a mainstream level, I feel like it's all the person who thinks that's what it's cool or not, and it's not necessarily this is what's cool, this is what's beautiful. Yeah.
It's an individual thing.
Exactly, because I mean, me for instance, I'll do something, some people will think it's terrible, it's not beautiful, it's not cool, or anything in the magazine, some people will just be, you know, she wasn't good, I didn't like that picture. But to me, I was the one that I thought it was beautiful, and some people will appreciate that, some people won't. So when I try to approach that situation, I just be me, and then if people like it, they like it. If they don't, that's just what it is for me, and that's how I try to do it.
You know, and I think that's an important point to make sure that is conveyed in this industry. People, I mean, even though you may see the models or the people adorn these magazines, whatever your definition of beauty for yourself is, that's important that you own that, and that, you know, you understand that it's not just about the external, but it's also about developing that internal part.
Exactly.
You know, there's an ugly truth, or, you know, in the fashion industry, that I don't know that there's a lot of light being shed on this, as far as like models, male and female, suffering from mental and physical abuse, and also dealing with eating disorders. You know, so they are trying. They're starving their insides. They're essentially creating ugly insides. You know, in order for them to establish or create this external part. You know, so. I think that's an important thing to talk about, and I'm glad you said what you said about, you know, what's beautiful to me it may not be beautiful to somebody else, but it's okay. And if people feel like that, then we wouldn't have, or people understood that even more, then we wouldn't have so many suffering from, you know, a deprived inner
issues.
Issues.
And I do know, and one thing I do stress about is that God looks at the heart of man anyway.
Right, exactly.
So at the end of the day, we can look as beautiful as we want on the outside and beautify this cancel, right? You know, but at the end of the day, God is looking at your heart. God is seeking what your motives are, what your intent is. Are you true to yourself, or you're, you know, manipulating the situation to get it to focus on you, whatever that may mean for you. But at the end of the day, I know that God is awesome. Right. And he can take something that is so ugly and make it ugly and make it so beautiful.
Right.
And so one thing that I know as an individual I focus on is always making me a better me. You know, evaluating my attitude, evaluating the things, how I interact with other people, because whether they feel that I'm beautiful on the inside or outside, man, this personality is off the chain.
Right, yeah. And she'll be it too.
So this personality.
He's not though, so.
Yeah. So, you know, cultivating that inner beauty takes you further, your integrity, your character. Those things take you further in life than just what you look like on the outside.
Totally agree.
And I love the fact that God has showed me those things about me and my inner beauty. so I shine on the outside.
Inside out.
Inside out.
No, expanding on that, actually, what I tell people too is, like clothes, fashion, it's just a tool. You are you. At the end of the day, all you have is like you and your beliefs. And fashion, all it is, it's a tool that accentuates. It's the person that accentuates the fashion, not the other way around. Mm-hmm. Because the person is the most important thing, and that's what I always tell people. Yeah, what it is
tell some of these designers that.
Yeah, what it is I have to say it's you inhale fashion, but you have to exhale your own style.
Ooh.
So yeah.
So
yeah. Say it again.
So yeah, what it is you inhale fashion, but you exhale style. So yeah. So that's what I already hear first. Yeah. Yes. Fashion is just a tool, but you're your own person.
Yeah, you make it. You rock it.
Yeah, you accentuate the clothes, not the other way around. So that's definitely something I've always wanted to like. That's what I try to share with people too as well. So.
And do you share that honestly?
I really do.
You just shared it with the world.
Yeah, no, I really do. It's one of my biggest mottos, and I always say it's just. This is just a tool, but you're the art piece. This is just paint, you know what I'm saying? But like you are the canvas. You are the thing that's gonna be.
You make it do what
exactly,
it
you know.
So for all of you aspiring models out there, or women or men who want to be in the fashion industry, it's not just about all of this. Yeah. It's about
what's in the inside. And that was information with inspiration.
With inspiration from the man, okay.
So that was really interesting. So have you ever encountered someone who wants to be in this industry and they just don't know how to, get into the industry? What do you share with them?
Yeah, for instance, me personally, when people come to me asking to model, and I feel like they're not the right fit maybe for the magazine, I actually have people that I bring them to that actually do photo shoots, and we have contracts with clothing lines, with department stores, and all these other people. So if maybe I can't help them, I always try and refer them to someone that could get them into that scene. So that's something I try to do, especially with people that I feel like do have something to offer.
But just not with
Mm-hmm. And again, that's
so you refer.
Exactly. I'm always trying to, especially when it fits fashion. I mean, I'll love you. I'll help you.
Do they have go-sees in Tallahassee?
Yeah, we have a lot.
Really?
We have model castings all the time. Yeah.
Oh. You going
for it? It's for models, right? It's for models.
All right now.
So you want to make sure that
black
you're a
velvet cape wearing jacket.
You want to make sure within a model.
You're excelling your style all over the
But something I would definitely want to know. And you made a good point. They might not be good for what you're doing, but they might. So someone who's out there who's trying to break into the modeling world shouldn't be discouraged on their first tryout. Or somebody saying, "Well, you're not what we're looking for." They should try other avenues.
Right. Yeah.
So Portia, if you go out there and they do not take you, don't give up.
Well, you know what? Listen. I know that your advice comes from experience because you've been shut down. I can tell.
So with that being said, we're gonna wrap it up and we'll meet you on the Word on the Block. Thank you.
Welcome home. Back to friends, family, and loved ones. You've done your duty for your country. Now, it's time to do your duty for yourself. Chart a new course and achieve honor for you and your family. Start with a top-notch education that will take you to new terrains. Soldier on at Florida A&M University.
Fill your cup with What's in Your Cup, a new talk show airing this fall, Sunday mornings at 7 a.m. on ABC 27. Wake up with Trinika, Portia, and Willie. Information with inspiration and some biblical truth at the heart of it all. That's What's in Your Cup.
I always think about her in the summertime, when it's warm and sunny and the wind blows across the desert. We loved to just get in the car and drive, imagining we were driving into our future. If she hadn't been texting, would she have seen the other car coming and been able to swerve out of the way? If the other driver hadn't been drinking, would he? Life's a gift. Drive like your life depends on it.
On behalf of the Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University Board of Trustees,
we cordially invite you to attend the inaugural gala of the university's 11th president, Dr. Elmira Mangan.
It will be a night of elegance and entertainment taking place on Friday, October 3rd, 2014 at the Hansel E. Tooks Recreation Center.
Come out and enjoy a historic event to remember. For more information, log on to www.famuinauguration2014.com.
It's a new season at FAMU.
Thank you.
Welcome back, viewers in Cupland. We're here with Robert on the block, and he's going to share with us 5. What do you got? What do you got?
So I got 5 fashion tips, just for the person that really doesn't know how to dress, or just
who's
doesn't.
interested.
Yeah, who's interested? Like
you got some good outer beauty, so he wants to enhance your good inner beauty.
Yeah. And he wants to enhance your outer beauty.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So with number 1, basics. That's essentially just buy a lot of the simple stuff, the pants, the shirts, the accessories, and what you do is you have one major thing, but you accessorize it with the basics. And usually that's, just the accessories, just to make it that much better of an outfit.
Like this bracelet.
Yeah, the bracelets, the rings, the clips, that's the basics, and then you just want to accentuate it, with the bigger stuff. So that's like a major thing that people, just
don't
the basics.
know.
They overdo it.
Yeah.
You can't have on a velvet jacket with the velvet pants and velvet shoes. And then like a silk shirt underneath it. That don't work. Even if you are speaking in the church.
that don't work.
Yeah, it don't work.
So I have a question, Robert. So from a male perspective, when you talk about accessories, what kind of accessories, if a man is looking for a nice, clean look, what kind of accessories are available to men to kind of accessorize without overdoing it?
Okay, yeah, so with accessories, what I think of is, especially, are you talking about like just a casual look or something?
Yeah, casual look or going out to a night
like a white affair. You like those.
Yeah.
All white.
So no, with casual, what I say is 3 things. So it's the shoes, it's the belts, and then the wrists.
A man with clean shoes.
Yeah, so essentially for men.
The square toe or the pointy toe?
I pointy all the time. But yeah, no, for men especially, it always has to do with always have a wrist, always have a nice belt on, and always with the shoes. And that's usually just the basics for men because...
When you say nice belt, it has to be name brand? Or
No, just like a belt that goes with the flow of it.
Like the whole outfit.
It be leather so it don't rip when you try to pull it.
Okay. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, for instance, if you're wearing like blue and like, and everything's nice, or with your shoes, always match your belt with your shoes. Like if you have a black shoe, don't wear like a brown belt. Just it doesn't look good.
All
right, that's what I'm saying.
So what's number 2?
On your list?
All right, number 2, when in doubt, just wear black. Black's the best.
You can do anything with black.
Willie is killing us with black velvet jacket. Yeah.
Black is like the end all. That's the everything.
I mean, that's my go-to. I mean,
I think so.
Black, it's slimming.
I think everybody. I thought they said black is not as slimming as they.
No, black's definitely very slimming. I feel like.
What about orange being the new black?
It's a great show.
Number 3.
Color coordination. Always coordinate colors. Like, don't. Yeah, exactly. Just like us. Well, we're nice.
The 3 of us are good.
What you want to?
But on Sesame Street they had a 3 that's good. It's that one square that doesn't matter. It happens.
No, but always color coordinate. Always. People be, wearing different colors, not matching. Doesn't look good. Just doesn't. So always keep it simple with the color coordination, of course.
Now, can you overdo it with the coordination, like
matching
the purse, match with the shirt and the shoes, and can you overdo it? Overkill?
Yeah, you can always overdo anything.
Always. Yeah, like especially
with them big wild colors.
Especially with patterns too. With color, necessarily not that bad, but with patterns, don't if you're wearing like a plaid, don't wear like plaid and then like different weird don't like kill it too much. Like you said, don't overkill, especially with patterns. Colors, not so much, but patterns.
It's just too much.
It's not like aesthetically pleasing,
Yeah.
So
what's next on your list?
Yeah, fit to your body type.
Oh yeah.
Of course, like every body's different and
everybody's different.
Yeah, exactly. Like don't be too big, and don't make it too constricting tight. Fit to what makes you feel good and what you think you can hold and stuff. Especially like.
But you can hold.
Yeah.
So if that shirt don't hold you on the side, don't put it on.
That is a no-no.
Stop containing.
And if it stopped right here,
containing the outer
exactly. It don't flesh.
Containing the outer flesh.
Yeah, because that's usually the major problem with people is they they don't wear it to their body type. Like, for instance, my father, he wasn't very good.
You know he's gonna kill you, but go
dresser.
ahead.
Yeah, I know. But I got him into getting into his body type, and he loves it. You know, I got him like slim fit stuff because he's this tiny guy, and like he always overdid it with baggy. Yeah, so it's just like don't be too much, don't let it be too big, but then again, don't let it be too small. Man, nice and perfect, just right. So for sure.
What else you have on there?
And then last but not least. If anything, just overdress. Like you can always, you can always be underdressed. You can never be overdressed for anything. So if you feel like, hey, listen, like I don't know what's going on, just overdress, just kill it. You're still gonna look good, so it doesn't matter. So you know what I'm saying?
What do you mean by overdressed? Like
kind of like a pocket square in your velvet jacket, but like overdone it a little bit.
No, like
when
I mean like
that's what you mean.
Yeah, like when I mean overdressed, like it's not necessarily like
you don't know the occasion or the event.
Yeah, it's not like a negative connotation, like over, like you're overkilling. It's just overdressed. I mean, just like dress to a
impress.
Certain, yeah, dress to impress, exactly. So never underdressed because underdressed is you always look bad underdressed, but you always look good overdressed, no matter what.
No matter where.
So like dress up as far as dress wise, but not put on more clothing overdressed.
No, not overdressed.
Yeah. That's not what he meant, Willie.
Well, we definitely know you didn't.
Okay, anyway, on that note, thank you, Robert, for joining us in this conversation. It was so great. So where can we follow you? Where can our viewers find you?
So, DWF, we have Facebook, we have an Instagram, Twitter, and we're going to be all 4 issues are on Vimeo. So DWF, Diverse World Fashion, search it, find it. We're all over the place. And go to your local campus, FAMU, TCC, FSU. Our magazines are there. We're here. So
definitely. We'll have that link on our website, also and also on our Facebook page. So you guys can definitely check that out. Comment on this show. Let us know how you feel. What did you like? What you didn't like about what we did or we said? And if you are interested in any topics, if you want to know more about Robert, and how how he can style your ensemble, definitely hook us up. Check us out at comments at what'sinyourcuptv.com. We love you guys. Until next time, this is What's in Your Cup.